Welcome to day 68 of the Sacred Pause. A big thank you to our sister Pearl for her meditation last night, and to Ian, and to Mary, and to Nicola, and to Marcel, and all the people who've contributed in the last few days to the Sacred Pause. I'd like to start today with a poem, which is called Mastering Time. You can't own me, but you can use me. I am free, but I can be spent. Once you've lost me, you'll never find me, for I'm the illusion that's heaven sent. But once you wake up and see the beauty and see that life's never left to chance, my doors are open for you to travel through me and be the master of the cosmic dance. Now today I wanted to talk about mastering time. There's a certain irony that I've been wanting to focus one of my talks on the subject of time for quite a while now, and yet somehow I haven't found enough time to do it. So I may need to taste my own medicine here. But for human beings, time is always our greatest excuse. And oftentimes we make it our greatest enemy or our greatest creator of stress. Sorry, I'm late. I lost track of time. Lost time is never found. Time is money. Time waits for no one. Or you're living on borrowed time. Well, time is the ever-existing stage on which all happenings happen. And time seems to be the universal canvas through which all events flow, so that order can be sequenced and durations measured. Well, that all sounds very Swiss. Maybe a Swiss person invented time. Swiss timing. A wise man called Alan Watts once said, I have realized that the past and future are real illusions, that they exist in the present, which is what there is and all there is. In the West, we've been taught that time flows in one direction only, that the future is always ahead of us, and that the past is always behind us. This is a notion called monochronic time, that time flows like an arrow flies. But the bigger question is, does time really exist? Well, it does if we look at the seconds ticking on our watches. So, yes, it feels real. It's always there. It's always moving forward. It has a very consistent flow. It runs like a river from the source to the estuary. It always has direction. It always advances. Time has order. One thing after another. A quantifiable period between events. Time has a privileged present. And yet, arguably the most intelligent man to walk our planet, Albert Einstein, said, time is an illusion. And so if this man, renowned for his incredible brain and his open-mindedness, believes that time is an illusion, what is it that we're currently living in? Are we being misled by our humanness and the limitations of our conditioning, our education, our life, our brains? Well, time is all about perspective. And if we live in serpents through our reptilian brain, we can portray our reality as a three-dimensional place where things happen over time, so it moves in one direction. Or, as I always try and encourage you guys to do, we can take that higher perspective. And even physics has a theory called the block universe theory, in which our reality as a four-dimensional place says that nothing ever happens. From this perspective, then, change and time become an illusion, because there's nothing that's changing. It's all just there. Past, present, future, all in one pot. If that's a bit confusing, if we put it into a more understandable notion, and we say that life is like a movie, and space-time is therefore like a DVD. There's nothing about the DVD itself that is changing in any way. It's still a DVD. Even though there's all this drama unfolding in the movie, we have the illusion at any given moment that the past already happened, and the future doesn't yet exist, and that things are changing. But all you are ever aware of is your brain state right now. And the only reason you feel like you have a past is that your brain contains memories. But let's go even higher. We called it satellite the other day, because we want to become masters of time. And although that's very difficult to explain in a 15-minute talk, we'll try and simplify it, because we need to understand that time doesn't just fly like an arrow to master time. It turns like a wheel. Non-linear time, or polychronic time, is what shamans talk of as sacred. This is where the future bleeds beautifully into the present to summon us, and we can change events that have already occurred. That's why most of you who've had an illumination healing in sacred space are always astonished what time it is at the end of a healing. Because in sacred space, we've stepped outside time. You see, when we perceive time as turning like a wheel, the main operating principle is synchronicity. What sleeping humans call coincidence or chance is as important an operating principle as causality is. You may think it was a coincidence that you bumped into so-and-so at the train station. A shaman would say differently. You may think it was a coincidence that you joined the sacred pause, and suddenly you started listening to this recording in this very moment. But actually, you were meant to be here, right now, because it synchronizes with your life. My brothers and sisters, the wise old shaman know that time flows in more than one direction, and that your future can reach back into the past and beckon us to it as much as the past can push us forward. It may be hard to get your serpent brain around the fact that the cause of a present event may actually lie in the future, and yet in Eagle or Satellite, it's very simple, because it's not been conditioned into us for our whole lives. When you're on an awakened journey, please never discount any possibility. We, you and I, may have met in the future and organized to meet in the past. Equally, if we stay open to our intuition in the present, we can influence every single event which happened in the past, because every event came or comes into being in the present and out of the present. By this token, I should be able to learn Spanish very easily, because I only need to learn the present tense. But let's not get sidetracked. So from this perspective, the past is actually a result of the present too. The beauty of this realization is you can use this powerful medicine to gain control of your life. On those mornings when you oversleep and then you hit all the red lights and miss your flight, you suddenly see it's not the universe conspiring against you, but quite the contrary. Instead, you recognize that you're operating in sacred time and that the universe is actively conspiring on your behalf. You weren't supposed to be on that aeroplane. And I can say that to you, the soul doctors of the earth, because you're here listening to this video and you understand. I probably won't say that to my wife or my sister when they're very stressed and in fight or flight mode, ironically. So instead of saying, "Oh, I can't believe I missed that flight. My boss is going to kill me. Oh, I needed to see so-and-so. They're going to be so upset." Look through your eagle eyes and see that you have just been given a mighty gift by Spirit to be part of a greater, more formidable plan. That you are in such perfect aini, or the right relationship with the universe, that you always appear at the right moment. I was booked to go to do a course by Alberto Vialdo in March. And I got on my little aeroplane and I flew over to the US. And he was there waiting. But the course got cancelled because of COVID-19 at the last minute. And as soon as I received that message, having just travelled for 16 hours away from my family, I just stared at my phone and smiled. And I thought, I wonder what the universe has got planned for me now. And it felt so beautiful. It really, really did. To appreciate time is to feel the fabric of reality. And what I'm learning right now is that reality is God or Spirit or the universe. No matter how confusing or uncomfortable the moment is when you miss that flight, you accept and surrender to it, knowing that the great things come to those who trust. Hopefully I haven't confused you too much there about time, but I'd love to go into more detail with it. Maybe we can organize some kind of workshop. Tonight, the medicinal Mary Curtis will be doing the meditation. Mary's moved from Switzerland back to England, so she'll be doing that from her favourite place in the United Kingdom, a place called Rivington Pike, one of England's most sacred gardens. Before you begin, please send healing to time And to all those places where friction is high right now across the planet. Let's send lots of love and healing to all the carers across the world who are still showing great courage. And to all those places of great poverty and scarcity. Please also put the following people into the healing pot. Pearl Reich and her whole family, all her beautiful children, on behalf of all of us on the Sacred Pause. To our beautiful sister Wilma, who needs our love and healing right now. Also, please send healing to Gabriella's daughter, Regina, as she crosses a bridge in life. And to Laura, our beautiful Laura, who has got a pain in her neck and needs our love and healing right now. Let's try and heal that neck. Please send love and healing to Yasmin, the beautiful Yasmin. And to Mickey, who is up in Scotland. We love you, Mickey. Lots of love. And also, because we haven't done an official Tiny Drop of Wisdom for a while, and it's all been on my phone, moving around, I want to send healing to all of you. To everyone listening right now. Yes, that's you. We send you love and healing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The revolution has begun. Let's evolve with honour and compassion. Yours, in peace and love, Peter. Namaste.